Hey Culture, today we're going to be discussing a bunch of day-ruining facts. More specifically...
Are you mocking me? I think you're mocking me.
Of course I fucking am, it's what I do! I've got a little list of things that will potentially make you feel sad. And that's what I strive for on a day-to-day basis.
You know what, as disrespectful as that is, I'm okay with this idea, but only because it's educational. I'm sure the people watching at home could learn something, despite the, downhearted topics. What sort of facts do you have written down there?
Just some things that piqued my interest. I love the darker stuff. For example, did you know that we humans aren't the only species that can express depression? Great! We're not alone!
You're right, pigs are actually quite similar to humans, believe it or not. They have their own individual personalities and can experience a very wide range of traits and emotions. Pigs have to cope with stress, and, like humans, some handle it much better than others. They're very much aware of their own suffering and losses, and become mentally ill as a result. In fact, pigs can quickly become bored, nervous, and depressed when restricted to small spaces and treated poorly, which is still a common occurrence to this day. They tend to be peaceful animals and only show aggression when they or their young are being threatened. A perfect yet sad example of this is a pig named Gizmo from Canada. After his sister was slaughtered, Gizmo began exhibiting indications of grief and depression. He wouldn't leave his bed and he stopped eating, losing approximately 100 pounds of body weight in just 1 month. Melissa Foley, founder of the farm animal rescue and rehoming movement, observed Gizmo's behavior, noting that basically all the companionship he has had, he has lost, and he was left alone. Foley goes on to also state that he is currently battling depression, and we're here to make sure that he finds the love and company he needs to beat this. Many other animals, including primates and rodents, also experience signs of depression.
What, do you just have all of this information and all these quotes memorized in case someone asks? That's pretty sad, dude.
Ugh, what else have you got?
Okay, here's one. Did you know that obesity is a more prevalent issue than hunger?
Jeez, you do like weird stuff. That too is a fact though. According to a report published in the British medical journal The Lancet, obesity is a larger health dilemma globally than hunger, and is the primary cause of disabilities worldwide. In this report, we learned that every country, apart from those in sub-Saharan Africa, possess worrying obesity levels, with an 82% increase globally in the last 20 years. Additionally, a massive 100% increase in obesity rates since 1990 can be seen in Eastern countries.
Here's another one. The human brain starts to deteriorate at the early age of 27.
That's a lovely thought. Researchers at the University of Virginia conducted a study whereby the cognitive skills of 2,000 plus people ranging in age from 18 to 60 years old were tested. The Daily Mail affirms the people involved, who were mostly in good health and well educated, had to solve visual puzzles, recall words and story details, and spot patterns in letters and symbols. The results were conclusive. 22-year-olds had the best scores of the lot, and with participants over the age of 27, scores began to decline. This was most evident in the areas of spatialization, reasoning, and thought speed.
I thought I was going to be in my prime until I became elderly. Why would you tell me this, Culture?
Hey, this was your idea. You were supposed to make me sad. Anything else on that list?
Okay. Over your lifetime, you will walk past or come into contact with at least a dozen murderers. Holy fucking shit.
Okay, that one has me skeptical. That statistic would vary from person to person depending on countless factors, including how many strangers they cross paths with on a daily basis, their lifespan, etc. However, in saying that, if this takes into account strangers that have already committed murders, as well as those who have yet to commit the crime, then it's definitely possible, just not for everyone.
Well, hey, at least there's a positive. Okay, I've got 2 more items on the list that I would like to share today. Did you know that if you drink plenty of water, eat healthily, and exercise regularly, you'll die anyway?
Don't be dramatic.
Okay, I'm just fucking with ya. I think before we end the video, though, I should lighten the mood a little. I mean, that's what I'm generally here for, right?
If you feel like that's possible after those previous facts, then yeah, go ahead.
Well, in that case, this is my last fact. Did you know?
Yes?
That gestationally speaking, you've been deeper inside your mom than your dad ever has? Oh.
Follow CultureCrash on social media! and subscribe for more!